In the last video, we looked at how series capacitors, you want them to be equal value if you put them in series. They divide up the supply voltage. And so with 250 volt, that's the maximum voltage these capacitors can go to. Two of them in series, we can actually charge this to a total of 100 volts. We end up with half the capacitance. So we looked at that in the last video. So in any case, as we saw when I measured the voltage across them, the meter was able to trickle enough current out. We could see the voltage change in real time. They don't necessarily charge evenly. One may have a higher voltage than the other. In fact, that's really common with capacitors. So you have to address that, especially when you got higher power capacitors. So in any case, we're going to take a simple resistor voltage divider. So the capacitors have to be equal value, and so we use equal value resistors here. I did videos a long time ago. If you take a resistor voltage divider, equal value resistors, you get, since there's two of them, half of the supply voltage where they connect. So the capacitors don't necessarily give you half of the supply voltage across each of them, but the resistors do. So if the capacitors start to become unbalanced, the resistors will correct that. And so now we're going to take voltage measurements. Before we do, we kind of zoomed in so you can get a better look right there. We'll zoom back and we can take the balanced measurement first. Doesn't matter. So we got 5 volts at the supply, and we have where the capacitors meet 2.5 volts basically in relationship to ground right there. It's split pretty much evenly. And I tried this with 1 million ohm resistors instead of 100,000 ohm resistors. That was too much resistance. The meter was able to throw it off, but it holds really steady when we take a measurement here. So now we're going to make it unbalanced purposely. So I'm going to yank the lower value resistor there first. So we're going to see that now this has the full voltage because current can trickle through that resistor, help that capacitor discharge, and charge this one. So we're only working with 5 volts. This is perfectly fine right there. I can show you another problem though. So we come to this capacitor, and so there's 0 volts across it. I should have a good connection though. I'm going to turn the power supply off, and then you'll actually see a negative voltage on there. So we cut it and it went negative, but now it's evening out pretty quickly because we got that resistor across it. But you can see we got that negative voltage, which is very bad for these polarized capacitors. So that's another problem. So we'll yank that, turn the power back on, and they should still be uneven right there. Okay, so we got 5 across the 2 of them, and then you can see about 2.27, so there'll be quite a bit higher voltage on this one here, 2.71. So as we saw before, if we have just one resistor there, the other capacitor will fully charge to the 5 volts. But we're going to add the other one, and if we had a lot higher value resistors, this process would take longer, but we should see that pretty close to instantly, you know, like a couple seconds, a few seconds or something, we should have equal voltage. So we weren't measuring it at the time. It's probably equal now. So 5 across the 2 of them, and we're back to that 2.5 across there. So in any case, this isn't the most effective way. It's actually a fairly poor way to balance capacitors, but it will work if you don't need to do RC time constant or something. I'm going to turn the meter off. If you just want them to hold their voltages for the most part, other than smoothing out some power spikes or something, or even a really high frequency, if they're rapidly charging and discharging, this shouldn't alter the timing very much. But for the most part, it's not for preventing slow changes of the capacitor voltages, more for kind of holding it to half of whatever the supply voltage is. That's its best use. So in any case, that's it for this video. Make sure you check out one of the other videos I posted on the screen, and check out the links down below. They all help out a lot. I'll see you in the next video.